Greetings and welcome. I am Joffrey, and I know, basically a month ago, I may or may not have made a stream where I said that I was back doing this consistently again, and then I did not do that. Um, I may have been a little sick, and needed to get unsick, and then had Mags, who was in the call with me, remind me that I'm supposed to be doing these. So I'm trying to sneak in some Tinto talking before I head to work. There's a lot of stuff to be catching up on. This isn't exactly a new Tinto talk. I'm not providing the newest and hottest of takes or anything. I am simply here to provide the modder's perspective, along with Mags, who is the most active member of the mod team here on our server. Because there's a lot of stuff that will definitely affect modding things in general with this army rework, as well as other stuff that we'll get to hopefully tomorrow. I will be streaming the rework to proximity that apparently is going to be happening. I'll be very curious to see what that is. I've only got so much time now, though. So, to get started. Oh, also,
Yeah,
they
that's
they
good.
changed the complacency system that they were planning since my talk on it. So, I want to discuss that as well. Sorry, Max.
I was gonna say, I think the Levy post is the one that is the start of it.
You think I
Uh,
should do the Levy
because that's
mercenary
that's
regular
first
extra
one.
one?
Yeah, it's from January 8th. It's the oldest one.
Oh, it is chronologically the earliest, yes. Why does
Yeah,
Rye
and
keep launching Fallout New Vegas? What the heck? Okay. But I'd heard little bits and bobs about the Levy, the Levy rework stuff, but not any real specifics that I remember. So, removed the Levy specific special scaling abilities for damage dealt or damage taken. What is what does that meaning? So like they're removing anything that was like specifically levy damage dealt, but like so it's all just
I'm
levy combat efficiency.
not sure. I'm not sure if he's talking about the like, depending on the age, you do like 30%, 20% damage with levies.
Hmm.
Not sure if he's talking that they are removing that. That seems to me like that.
Maybe, because yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is an age thing that they levies like become worse, which is kind of funny. But purely 0.5, and then it says math 1 plus levy combat efficiency. I don't know what the 1 is there, but oh, 0.5 times 1 plus levy. Okay. That makes sense. 0.5 times 1 plus levy combat efficiency. So you take 1 and you multiply that, or you add to that the levy combat efficiency, um,
Yeah.
which can sometimes get quite high. So I mean, yeah. Theoretically, in that case, there's a lot of ways that you can buff up your levy combat efficiency. So theoretically, there's ways where um, you could like a lot of people can probably with levy combat efficiency buffs remove that penalty so that they'll fight just as powerfully as they look. Uh, he's capped at 1. Okay, which means if you stack up to 100% combat efficiency with your levies will be as good, except for the 10% discipline difference for each soldier as regulars and mercenaries. That is very interesting. Hmm.
I was testing. We do have like a system in the way where we like a sliding value, if you remember, where I was testing out giving levy combat efficiency, and the normal value does seem to be like around 25%, and it is then it's very easy to hit the 100% combat efficiency with other sliding values. So it might actually be like a thing that is easily achievable. So it will be interesting to see.
If
I
you're
mean, in
saying
our
like
case,
like
yeah.
if we added
Hmm?
it to magic, for example,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying?
It is all. It's currently in the game. I have currently
Okay.
implemented it as like a
Okay.
percentage, but yeah. So it basically means that the levies are pretty strong.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like there's other sliding values that also give you levy combat efficiency, and then you get like privileges and stuff like that.
for
The 100%
privileges
are
laws,
achievable.
I think does
Yeah,
I don't remember for sure, but I think the noble levies might increase the levy combat efficiency if
I
you
think
take the
so.
noble levies law.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
was
there's a
just
lot of
testing
ways to
around and I
add
got
bits and bobs
get to.
to it.
Yeah, yeah. But I didn't realize that it capped. The capping is interesting. Uh,
Yes, yes, Rye. I did make a comment. It was very funny how you've been. Yeah, you're it's constantly Rye's playing Fallout New Vegas. Rye's playing Fallout New Vegas. You can come join us if you like. We're talking about how armies, especially levies, have been reworked. It's intriguing stuff. Oh yeah, levies were like useless for assaulting. I always forgot about that. But yeah, if you ever brought a levy army to assault a fortress, it would just it would just instantly go done.
hmm, I hadn't noticed that.
It's probably that means you're smarter than me because I've made the mistake of assaulting 3 different times and it just don't work. But
Yeah.
maybe it'll be more possible now. Uh, hmm. But yeah, they have no longer have a minimum size of 1,000 men, but instead of the same size on their regiments as regulars and mercs. Yeah. So the intriguing thing here is that yeah, levies in Age 1, like at the very beginning of the game, they start with 1,000 dudes per regiment, and they're just like absolutely atrocious. But here the idea is they're trying to close that gap more and streamline the system, which I think is very interesting because I like
Yes.
hmm, the one thing I just don't know how we're gonna deal with is like making like when because we want to add like multiple unique types of levies. I don't know how we can make them more useful, you know? Because there's gonna be things like if we have like a cleric levy type, and that cleric levy is like you take a whole province and that cleric levy gets like yeah like 50 dudes. Get like 50 clerics, and it's like, well, how do you make this unit like actually useful for people who are going levy
I mean,
focused in
you
our mod?
you
Oh
make
no.
them useful because they are you can now have levies that are very close to what a professional is. So you make them useful by making them that. They're rare, but they're basically like a professional stack that you can raise as levies.
Yeah, I guess
Kinda.
yeah, all I was thinking was like, oh, you won't have enough guys to fill out a regiment of them. But
Yeah, so
but this makes it
I was
easier to have happen. So never mind. The fact that they're making levies closer
also
in size.
yeah, they're half size now, so they
Yeah.
like all actually half size in the beginning and then later on it will
Not
decrease like
even
even more,
oh.
I think.
Oh, I'm misunderstanding. Yeah, because like in Age 1, you have like
It will 500. Yeah.
but right now, isn't it
It's
like
a
100 dudes per for infantry?
hmm, for men, for like professionals, it's
Yeah,
100.
yeah.
For cav, it's 50. For levies, it's 1,000. And so now they're making everything 500 and cav be 200. So
And
cav
then
is actually also getting a nerf with that because they are smaller now compared to
relatively
the rest of the
speaking,
regiments.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm curious what the cost's going to be. Like, are they going to change? Like, if you know it's not 500 infantry, does that mean that they're going to change the manpower cost or maintenance, manpower maintenance? I
That is,
don't know.
I mean, cost-wise, probably not because then you can't afford any, and you still want. Actually, you need. It's actually you being able to get more professionals is important now because the levies are also stronger. So you want
Levies
to
are going to
take.
be like a problem. Yeah, yeah. Like in the current
Yeah.
multiplayer game, we see France, and it's like, oh yeah, France has like 100 billion levies. It's like that's going to be scary as fuck because France is quality. They got quality troops, so that means all those levies are
Yes.
like actual guys. That's a problem.
Yes. But I
Uh,
would. I'm going to be interesting. It's supposedly tomorrow or something. The beta releases. I'm going to be
Tomorrow the
interesting to
beta
see what
releases.
that. Yeah, it's beginning of February. I would assume tomorrow.
Oh,
Maybe
well, it's
in this
technically
week
today,
at least.
but
For you? Oh, yeah, but I
first of the
mean
month
Sunday.
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's Sunday.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
assume tomorrow or like sometime during the week. That's at least the communication so far. So I'm gonna be
Um,
interesting to see how that save converts because my stacks are also gonna be bigger, a
how
lot bigger.
how is Eric here? Eric Shadowblade is here. He's always here. I don't know. He lives inside my walls or something. What the heck? It's been a
Yeah,
month.
I
And then before
Eric is
that, it was
correct
another
that
month.
um I was gonna say Eric is correct. It looks like they listen to Lemon Cake, especially. I mean, coming back to the proc stuff, that
Okay.
is time for a different day. But he also made a suggestion which they basically implemented.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they did listen to him.
Um, but okay, okay. Levies, yeah, levies don't have the penalty to assaulting. It's using the like okay, it scales with their combat efficiency compared to professionals. That's cool. So if you have levies that are on par with professionals, minus the discipline difference, which is interesting. Even if you crank them up to the maximum efficiency that levies can be, so they're just as good, quote unquote, as professionals, they will still have the discipline difference, which makes a lot of sense. Because with this logic, that means that levied troops will be just as powerful. They're given just as good of equipment. Like in your country, your levies are given just as good of equipment if they're the same type of troop. A levied footman is just as good as a professional footman, except the discipline, because they're not kept in shape and trained and all that. It makes sense.
Hmm?
Idea being the levied footman is just that's the garrison troops, so they don't have the discipline as much. You woke up
There's a
5 minutes
caveat there.
before. What is it? What's the
Do
caveat?
do are levies impacted by like infantry combat efficiency or cav combat efficiency? I
Yeah,
would
yeah,
assume they probably are.
yeah,
I was like thinking if they're not, then this could mean you can make your professionals better by going for combat efficiency. But they probably are impacted by combat efficiency.
yeah. They
So I wonder if
definitely
there's
are.
a way to make. I guess is discipline the way to like how do is there a way to just make your professionals better? So where they like you're buffing your professionals but not your levies to get to widen the gap between them.
To make specifically professionals better. Yeah, that's a good point.
Because I mean, levy combat efficiency is capped at 1, so you couldn't increase that, so you can't catch up to professionals. But maybe maybe that is not necessary.
I don't really know because there's plenty of ways you can get more discipline, but all the discipline stuff is global. That affects levies too.
Yeah,
So
discipline is global. So I was wondering if there's like a maybe there's a non-levy combat efficiency or something. I'm not sure. Maybe that's something that they will figure out and add. Just haven't talked about it. I don't know.
hmm. They made mercs not. Yeah, they changed mercs a lot. Mercs are gonna like um. What I'm trying to say is there's a good chance that in future multiplayer games on our server, there's a good chance I can imagine there being a lot of people who just don't recruit professional units for the Renaissance. They just wait until the next stage to do that, and then like just hire use levies and hire mercs as needed. Because I could definitely see myself doing that. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what people end up playing the next game. But yeah, you should totally
I did
come
note.
come join us next time, Eric.
I did notice that like Milan has lots of mercenary cost reductions
Yeah,
that you can get as a Republic and as Milan. You can
exactly.
make it like minus 70% cost or something
And if
combined
you
with the
go
reduction
admin
here.
focus, if you go admin focus, then that's ridiculous. Yeah. So
Yeah. I'm not sure if they have done something to make mercenaries actually like not bad. I guess the cost reduction means you can just get more of them, but will they just work as levies? Or will they actually be better now?
I don't know how their stats work.
Because I don't either. But I just knew that they were bad. You only want to use them to like initiative to like get stuff with high initiative, so it soaks up the manpower loss.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The idea being you always just want the mercenary, like, because previously, now it doesn't matter so much, but previously you just wanted horsemen so that they'd fling themselves into melee, do the damage, and then get killed so you don't pay them.
Yeah.
So because it was 150% the cost. But now
Oh,
it's
that's why you wanted to do it. Yeah.
25. They are piss cheap.
Yeah.
These guys are nothing. You like so especially if you're a country that leans into it, like okay, I can't exactly pretend the Swiss are like an actual country unless you're playing Savoy, ironically enough. Which I could do next time. That's an idea. I could do Savoy into Switzerland. um, but yeah, because then I could lean into Mercs. That would be so funny. That'd be a fun challenge actually. But anyway, yeah, that's going to be so interesting to see how the 25%. Like I want to see PvP during the Age of Renaissance when this change is taking effect. Like what the hell will armies look like between players or even the AI? The AI is probably going to recruit a ton more mercs too. So anywhere that's got lots of burgers, because burgers are the main pops that become mercs, the main ones. Other people do, but it's primarily burgers. Um, yeah, burgers in times of trouble. I think nah, there's lots of reasons they'll go. They're finicky, but yeah, it's interesting. I'll be curious. But moving along finally. Yeah, 15 minutes. That wasn't terrible by Josh standards. But yeah, you 400 cost for a ton of armored horsemen. This ain't this yeah, and then the actual dude
Actually,
itself is so cheap. This is pennies by armored horseman standards. Can't wait to like you take that and then you give like the mercenary contracts privilege to the nobles and then there's I think there's a
yeah,
republic specific one and then there's Republican tech and if you go admin focus there's even more cost reduction to the maintenance and premium cost and, mm, so
condottieri. Like if you're in Italy, you get cost reductions as well.
yeah
It's
and the Swiss gotta
oh, the
demonstrate
Swiss will
this.
get it as well. Yeah.
They have a unique super elite pikeman or halberdier in like that's like slightly
Oh,
better.
the Lands. Wait,
No,
do
because
they
the
have the
Germans
Landsknecht?
Germans get Landsknecht and the Swiss are Germans,
Yeah,
but the Swiss specifically get a slightly better Landsknecht essentially. I
I
don't
see.
remember the stats specifically, but it's like the Swiss technically have the
Oh,
best
the
infantry
yeah.
unit in Europe technically, but like the Swiss are so terrible, so like Uh, but I would love to try playing Switzerland and yeah go just maximum infantry combat. That's what I'd like to try. I would try to do everything I can to get extra infantry combat and sell out my armies to other players. But this is wild that we've gone from the like because the game right now is a D5 but they're changing it to a D9. It's a 0 to 9 dice roll, just like EU4. So this is a huge deal because right now, if you like attack a forested mountain, for example, you're taking a -3 to the penalty to your dice roll, which means that you have a 50% chance. You have no you have a 20% chance? What? Yeah, you have a 20% chance of rolling any number other than zero. It's just horrendous. But they're gonna change that. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Because they're
Isn't it a
saying
40% chance?
well
My
no
MMS.
on a D5 I mean
Then yeah,
on
and
a
a D5.
D5
You have
yeah
like you.
on a D5 so you take 5 minus 3.
Yeah, then you have two, but to get a percentage, you need to bring it up to
Oh
like
that is 40. You're right.
yeah.
You're right. That's 40%. Only 40% chance of rolling anything that isn't zero. But that's
Yeah.
changed significantly when it's a D9.
Yes.
So, but hey, I'll take this because when it comes to modding stuff, it means that I can look at this number and say that's a bigger number, which means bigger
There's more
number can be
room.
fucked with even more.
I wonder if
Yeah,
they will buff some of the penalties now, if they will add some more sources of penalties to fill up
maybe.
D9.
I doubt it. But that doesn't stop. That doesn't mean that we can't, for example, make a cavern have a -3 from topography. Just topography cavern -3. It is a small fucking tunnel.
Yeah.
-3 for attackers, and you get like no combat width, and then
Yeah.
heaven help you if there's a mushroom forest in that cavern. It's like -1 again. uh, -8 terrain. Yeah.
I
You,
mean, I just looked at it. A forested mountain already has -7 frontage, 10 as the default. You already
yeah.
only have 3 frontage. Kevin would have like 1 frontage, probably.
It is so. That's why it's hilarious when I will like. So whenever I'm fighting in Iberia, if I can like jork the AI into attacking, there's a couple forested mountains in North Granada. So if you can get the AI to attack you there, and you have any heavy cav, and that heavy cav is the first in, the heavy cav will just mulch anything because the front line is just like 2 units
Yeah.
on each. You'll have a total of 6 cav units engaged on your front. And, and of course they've got the -3 to their dice roll, so yeah, yeah. But this is gonna be different. This is gonna be different. That's the other thing though, yeah, Max, when it comes to like huge penalties to uh frontage, I fully intend like it's going to be very funny when we have some races and some special units that have better frontage costs because in vanilla there's only one unit that I've seen that has reduced they experimented with giving it reduced frontage cost, and that's the Scottish levy unit. This is the default
Oh,
Scottish levy unit at the beginning of the game, the Shiltron, which they only have 0.75 frontage each. So
I see.
um,
They've done more for naval with the galleys and stuff, but right?
yeah, 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 yeah. You're right. Galleys are
Yeah,
only like 0.5 or something, if not less. Galleys take up like
that's
no
quite cool.
frontage. You can engage 1 million galleys to one heavy ship.
Yeah.
So if you've got galley bonuses, I mean, by all means, they're slow as fuck. But it's like, dude, they'll do. Um, I was like, can transport a lot more units if you have a ton of galleys than if you have just like one heavy ship. But yeah. Anyway, um, yeah, secured flanks. So yeah, infantry is actually better on the flanks, which is good because I've never like been in a sweaty enough situation with like a real army to sit down and be like, all right, gotta put the cav on the flanks and put the infantry in the middle and then the cannons in reserve. I kind of just wish that the game had a button that you could toggle, where you would be like, all right, automatically put the cav here, give it formations, if that makes sense. If you could like just like how you can make army templates, and I think that's one of the things that was added. That they're adding is army templates again.
Yeah, I
Just
think
like
that's in
there's
the
that.
army diary.
Imagine like it would be really cool if there was formation templates and you could assign a formation to an army, so it defaults to that wherever possible.
Keep reading.
Okay, 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 okay.
I, yeah, okay. I
Yeah.
didn't mean to say that to shut you up. I mean to
I
like
know, I know, I know.
get there.
Artillery takes less damage. Yeah, that's okay. Because previously, what would happen is, yeah, you'd have an artillery unit, and if the artillery got into the front line, they would just go poof. They would evaporate as soon as they make contact with the enemy. Um, some yeah, buildings and units have been adjusted for the regiment size change. Yeah, I guess this either means that like the early manpower producing buildings are going to produce more manpower, or that the units will cost less or more. I don't know which is going to be, but my bet is that it means that on average people are going to produce more manpower to make up for the fact that things are costing more. That's what I am
I feel like
suspecting.
the maintenance of manpower might not go up much, but I feel like the you still need the manpower to fill up the ranks, right? So the maintenance is not going to be that much higher, but you still need lots more manpower to actually build them.
Okay, well the problem
So you're gonna
is,
have more men.
what's your maximum manpower if you've got a city guard? Because that only produces like 2 dudes. You only get like 2 manpower from that per month. So the maximum manpower from that isn't even going to be enough realistically to get a single unit of infantry if the cost goes up,
I mean,
but it
a
doesn't
city guard
increase.
employs 500 people, so I would assume that I don't know how the max manpower works, but maybe this I don't maybe it works like that, where it's just based on the employments of the manpower producing buildings.
I don't know.
Mm, this
I
could
assumed it's
actually be the
based on the
case.
production. I assumed that it's a direct correlation between how much manpower you produce and how much you can store.
This oh yeah, you can store 5 years of your manpower production. So yeah, you're right. It is based on the production. So I don't know. Then it would be 5 years. You build two, 12 for 24 times five. You have like a bit over 100,
Yeah.
like 120. Uh, yeah, you have 120 manpower, max manpower, so
Which
you cannot get.
yeah,
They're not even cavalry.
exactly. Which means that like, that's how right now you can recruit one infantry unit or like two cav as a even then that's
Yeah,
pushing it. You realistically can only have
but
one unit as a republic.
I'm not sure if like, but if they buff all the numbers, then you're gonna in the later ages have so much more manpower. If they make it instead
Yeah.
of 10 for armories, they make it like 20 for armories. It, it will just inflate the amount of manpower, which has the effect of you also using more pops for that. Unless they don't change the employment numbers. Uh, hmm, I don't know. That we will have to see probably.
Talk about another big batch of changes we're making to the 1.1. Yeah. Aggression. That's right. I did take a glance down here. There is a just AI aggression rule. Normal rule is far less aggressive. Okay, so the AI is going to be less aggressive on average than it is right now, and then there's the rules on top of that for whether you want them to do absolutely nothing with the low aggression or you want them to be absolutely bobunga dunga with high aggression, which is all very interesting. Um, Theoretically, the high aggressiveness would lead to the AI being stronger and the game being more of a challenge, but that's hard to say because they could also do some really stupid things and get killed.
I don't think it says it here, but can you set this per tag for
No.
modding?
Well,
No, this
oh,
is a
oh,
global. There's
oh.
no.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a way that you could apply to the AI like aggressiveness values. Yeah,
Yeah.
which would be nice
There's
for
gonna be
certain
some tags
people.
that should
Yeah,
have high aggression, but some that maybe just should be normal.
yeah. I mean, we if possible, when Tarkov's added, yeah, we want to
Yeah.
give him some humongous aggression. Yeah, high aggression, low carefulness. Yeah, would be accurate for him.
Yeah. So I wonder if there's a local version of that modifier.
New advances or campaigns. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The new advances that get added can be hot applied to campaigns. Alright, HRE reworking stuff. Okay. Yeah, make the HRE last longer. Please. Please, yeah. AI will no longer do no CB wars inside the HRE, while for the player the cost has been increased by 100%. It's already super prohibitive. But the AI still
Yeah.
does it, which is the problem. So yeah, this is good. This is good. I do like this because um in um the way they got around this in EU4 is that the Emperor joins no CB wars, and I kind of like that. But this is also an elegant solution, I think. The AI of the Emperor will now avoid declaring any offensive wars against fellow members of the HRE. That's probably a good thing. Yeah, because that means if Bohemia is the Emperor, they don't just kill everyone that exists.
Yeah. They'll just start gobbling up their neighbors.
The Golden Bull
It also
becomes
gives
cheaper
other.
every year.
I was gonna say, it also gives other people the chance of gobbling up stuff and being stronger if Bohemia doesn't grow that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if the year's 1337 and the golden bull literally becomes free, yeah, that's good. You can eventually pass it. Jeez. Raised antagonism for taking lands from other HRE members. to 125%. Okay. And then and if you're a non-member, it's 200%. So whew, the antagonism you get for taking HRE lands as anyone is going to be very big. But coalitions usually aren't that big a deal. But it'll give the AI pause at least. Now this is something. It's a
I
start.
mean, I coalitions are not a big deal. HRE coalitions, on the other hand, I think they might actually become a problem if there's multiple strong HRE countries that are all mad.
Yeah.
You have
Well, once you give
Bohemia,
the
Austria, Cologne.
and once you give the shitters enough time to actually get some professionals out, they become a problem too as you start getting these professional
Yeah.
units drip feeding into things. Return to port when at war, that's a good one. So you can set a trade fleet to, not get itself killed. And provoking rebels. So I gotta double check something before I forget. Make sure that I know when I need to leave to get on the bus in time. Right. Good to know. All right. So rebel stalling, yeah. For the price of 10 legitimacy, you can have your perfectly timed civil war. Hmm. Provoke rebels, yeah. That would be very useful because I sometimes have just like extremely high slave revolt progress, and then the slave revolt just never finishes, but it's like at 96%, and it'll be like there's a one location that supports the rebellion, and it's like, please, just either go
Yeah.
away or fire, please. You're the only one who's never seen Superpower Bohemia. I think so. I think, Ezreal, you might be the only person in existence who hasn't seen Superpower Bohemia. We've got Superpower Bohemia in our multiplayer game where the strongest player is Poland. The strongest player is Poland,
Really?
and they took Prague, and he's Bohemia is still nuts. They took Prague, but Bohemia is still nuts. Bohemia is
I
still
wouldn't say
stronger
they're
than most
nuts.
players.
No. Bohemia is
Yes.
piecemeal. They got like 16,000 troops now.
Yeah, but they're all
They're not
professionals.
that strong anymore.
And their
Yeah, I
economy is
guess.
still crazy. They got
Yeah.
like 12,000. They got like 1,200 tax base still. Yeah, one
It
one
won't for
day I'm
long.
going to integrate my Tunisian subjects, and then it's it's gonna be weird.
200.
But yeah, provoking revolt. That's good. That's good. Oh God, yeah. Lack of pop needs is so annoying. Oh, when you can't get the needs for pops because markets are shitty. When you have a really bad market. Ugh. But appeasing estates. New cabinet action that you can if a estate is below 50%, you can make them happier. So if some event happens that causes an estate to become pissed, you can you can use this because you're like, oh no, no, please no, please no. Then you can make your estates happier. And oh, you choose one. You choose one specifically. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
A global one would probably be too strong.
yeah, yeah, probably. This will be very useful. Yeah. I can definitely see a situation where you pissed off the nobles and you're like, no, 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 please, 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 please stop being mad. Don't revolt and take everything with you. No, no, no. Meanwhile, I mean, I'm like, what are you gonna care if the Cossacks revolt? Okay.
I wonder how worth that is because you get equilibrium, so that is directly money. I wonder what that translates to. Like, maybe it's just worth doing that so you can tax them like a little bit more.
It depends on a lot of factors, but
Yeah.
that is a point. Combined arms bonus. Oh. Well,
Yes.
we've rebalanced combat and units a fair bit as mentioned 2 weeks ago. We also wanted to encourage a more varied army. Now, if you have less than 50% of the most common type of unit in an army or navy, and we count by regiments. Regiments and or ships, not by men. Then you have a chance of getting a combined arms bonus in combat. So the point is you get a bonus if like
Yeah, if you
if
don't
the
have all
most
cav.
common type of unit in your army is less than 50%. So you have at
Yeah.
least three different types of units, and they're balanced out at least somewhat.
I wonder if you can just have like trash units in the back row and still have an army like I do with full cav flanks, which would be over
I'm not sure.
50%. But if you have like cannons or like something else, something or like supply tracks in the back that are reasonably cheap, if you can game it like that, you know? I wonder if it was possible.
It's
But it is
not
certainly
showing
interesting.
supply trains here on this
But
list.
maybe they
This
just
like
don't have
the
any.
bonus.
Or like levies. Maybe you can just add like when you're at war, you just add levies into your army and then they count as infantry, but they are in the reserves, and then you can still get the bonus.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, if you if if you want to balance out the numbers because you've got lots of cavalry, theoretically, I bet you could put some just like
Hmm.
levied infantry into the army. Yeah, but this is oh no, this is all different types. Oh, so like infantry, cavalry, light cavalry, artillery. Oh,
It I guess it also makes light cavalry like worth it. Like there's a reason to get light cav so that you have
you
cav and light cav mixed.
yeah, you want all types of units in your armies now then. Like you want
Yes.
them. Yeah, you want all the different types. Like you want light cav, you want heavy cav, you want infantry and archers. You want like a proper varied army now. Um,
I wonder if it does it only have infantry, or is it like does it maybe also no? This doesn't look like it will distinguish between infantry and pikes and
I
archers.
assume it. Oh well, maybe
It should kind of for
actually.
like pike and
Yeah,
shot if you like.
yeah, but you're right. You're right. It says well, okay, because here it says cavalry, and then there's light cavalry, but then like the tooltip's broken. So I don't. This is like in work in progress. So yeah, we'll see how it
Yeah,
actually
I hope
works. I
I do hope
suspect.
it works
Like, yeah, I
for pike and like so you can do pike and shot with some artillery and then you have a non 50% army. Because otherwise, if you do like a pure pike and shot army, you don't have any cav.
ships count. This is for ships too.
Does it say?
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't just want a navy full of heavy ships to fight.
that's actually good.
Huh. You want transports and galleys as well. And like light ships
Yeah.
too. Interesting. Huh. Um, makes sense. Different ships. Yeah, yeah. There's different roles for different ships in the Navy. Same as there's different combined arms. Yeah, it's good. Um, so the interesting thing, yeah, we don't know what exactly this bonus like a plus 5% bonus, and there's advances that increase the bonuses. Like this is going to be crazy because there's going to be people who are like, oh, haha, I'm Prussia, and I'm Prussia, so I'm funny. I get an advance that gives me another extra 5% bonus. So so we'll have
Hmm.
like and it'll be like Prussian armies late game plus 100% bonus from combined arms. Just you wait.
This is
But
gonna also be interesting for the like magic versus mundane. Where like I don't know how we put to apply it yet, but
be
we can make
aware,
one of them more. Hmm?
be
Oh,
aware, be aware. Light cavalry and light infantry are counted separately from heavy cavalry and infantry. So yeah, it is saying that they're going to split up. Like the intention is that,
yeah.
um, yeah, they'll split off the light infantry, so like archers and such as well.
Okay.
This is going to yeah make this will make when we're modding in the unique types of levies. This will be very interesting because
Oh, that alone makes them stronger. Yeah.
if you have like magic focused factions, they'll have early access to artillery class units. So they'll right away start getting progress on their combined arms bonuses because they'll have some of that
Yeah. And
depending
if
on
they
the
get
type of
different
levy.
types, more different types of levies as well, and like more varied levies, and
The
then the
wizard
mundane
wagon
ones
bonus.
maybe the mundane ones get less of a penalty or something for having more
Well, I
because they
bet
are more like standardized.
I would like 100% be like, oh, like extra combined arms bonus. That's the sort of thing you'd give to a mundane faction.
I guess. Yeah, yeah, I guess you're right.
Because like army
This would,
organization just like makes more
yeah, this
sense. You
is,
yeah.
yeah.
Meanwhile, you have
Especially
like
if it
a
like,
magic focused faction where you have like you have a levied like local herbalist who has like drank a potion of strength and standing next to a foot paladin next to a a spell sword.
I was thinking differently because they would be combined arms automatically, but I guess they don't need to get a bonus for that. Their point is not that they have an organized combined arms army. They're a ragtag band, but there's just magic, so there's
They
like
have
why.
lots of because like yeah, I'm saying that like
Yeah.
the point with the mundane factions is that they get more bonus out of combined arms, but the like
Yeah.
with a magic faction, you would just passively get it. You would just have combined arms
That's,
naturally with your levied armies. They would
so
just
that is
have
also
some of
interesting
everything.
because the mundanes they them getting a bonus for combined arms like makes sense because they need an incentive to actually go
Yeah.
combined arms and not just calf spam. While the magic ones, because of all the very little things, they already inherently you want to be a varied army, so we don't need to give them. They don't need bonuses
I
because we're
just
gonna be varied
realized
already.
I just realized Matt for mentioning Wizard Wagon bonus, I just realized what the Wizard Wagon unit needs to be. Wizard Wagon has to be an auxiliary unit, like cuz the I think the Bohemians have a really OP auxiliary unit that actually fights. So Wizard Wagon has to be an auxiliary unit that like provides you supplies, but also just fucking orbital strike. Also though,
Would be
like
yeah.
I realize so like healing wizards, like so like clerics, if you're getting like levied clerics and stuff, that would be auxiliaries as well. So like you would just because like that's how you could represent like the healing magic and stuff. Is just the supplies.
Yeah.
It's just like they can carry extra supplies for the army. It's like
I feel
pulls
like you
my
could even
wagon
have
full
like
of wizards into position.
I feel like the wizard wagon could even be like a levy because it's kind of like as opposed to like the battle mages, which are like artillery types. The wizard wagons are just like, oh yeah, these are the local wizards that are just coming into a battle and doing what
Bro,
they can to help.
bro, that would be such a funny levied unit. It's just a like it's a cav. That's a cav unit right there. That's not a
I guess.
supply unit. That's
No,
a
but I'm
cav.
thinking it's the wizard. He doesn't really fight, but he's like helping the battle. You know,
Okay,
that's what
okay.
I'm thinking. It's
I
like
was
the
what I was imagining you saying is like you've got a bunch of like you got a bunch of D-list wizards who you've just loaded up on a local farmer's cart, and the farmer's driving the
oh
cart up to the front line, where the wizards are then all like leaning out of the cart, casting level one. No, they're casting like level zero acid splash, and then riding away.
drive by a wizard wagon.
You have like a bunch of the shittiest wizards in
Yeah, no,
town, and they just all
that's
cast their random cantrips and then ride off in their wagon.
yeah, well, we already like with the siege towers. We already have the thought of making like a wizard artillery where they just cast fireball and to do
Wizard
some siege damage,
The Wizard
but also fight.
Siege Tower. No, but like yeah. Imagine like what
That would
Matt's
probably be an
saying. So like
upgrade.
you have a siege tower that is a wizard's tower. So it's not a siege tower because it docks on the
Oh,
wall. It's not a siege tower that docks on the wall and troops jump out onto the wall. It's a siege tower because you pull the wizard tower. It's like a magic tower that you pull up to the front line, and then the wizard leans over the wall and casts fireball.
there's yeah. It might be an
Upgraded
upgrade.
into
You start with the
wizard
normal wizard, but then
train. Dude.
This also opens the ship, open ship up for like navally. You have like wizard ships with like full of wizards instead
Oh
of
yeah.
using cannons.
Dude, you don't want to be on the opposing army when you have someone who's casting
Fair enough.
burning
Yeah.
hands standing on the front of the ship. Just Wizard
Also
Tower
like
versus
ice magic for boarding action.
Wizard Tower grows legs and moves towards the wall. Yeah, Baba Yaga with her chicken hut style. God. There's gonna be yeah that's the thing with when it comes to custom units there's gonna be so much room to make up it just stupid stuff like that and
Yeah.
just be like oh here's the name of the unit here's the description of it and you just all right this is this faction's unique stupid magic unit that they get in this age.
Yeah, I was gonna say this feels like the wizard tower, the walking wizard tower. That feels like a thing that like a area or a country has.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like that's their thing. They have like the wizard towers can actually walk.
It's fucking
And like
walking wizard
they
tower.
build their towers into magic trees that it's actually not a tower, it's more a tree house. And just walk.
So Matt, for currently what our plan is because there's going to be like there's the magic factions and then there's the mundane factions and like the magic factions they will have access to magic units quote unquote that are like of all classes there's like a different type of magic using unit for all occasions so yeah there would definitely be actual wizard cavalry, as you're saying. There would be fucking war elephants with wizards, yes, and way worse things. There would 100% be a certain there'd have to be a certain place where it's just a bunch of tribal dudes riding tribal shaman wizard guys riding on a dragon, like whatever. I don't know what the hell the maintenance for that would be, but
Oh, when the dragon be hungry, probably.
yeah, oh, that's a good point. Oh god, I can't imagine the supply cost of having a dragon, singular dragon riding wizard guy. Just costs the entire army's food supply. Uh, now, as for like you're saying like a wizard hunting unit, I don't think that there's such a thing as like a direct like this unit type does more damage against this unit type. If that was a thing, then we would definitely make use of it, but I don't think so.
Oh, there's a rock paper scissors system for pike and shot. No,
I don't.
Cav is better against guns. Pikes are better against Cav, and guns are better against pikes. I'm pretty
So
sure that it's in the game. I thought so, at least.
the reason I think the idea like the reason that uh,
Maybe it's not.
was there it's like the reason that the like light infantry and archers and stuff like they're good against infantry is because they have more initiative so they get into the battle quicker and they kill the
Ah,
maybe
so it's more of an inherent thing rather than they actually made a
yeah
modifier for it. That makes sense.
things like that I think that was the idea but yes Imperator has yeah just units counter each other but I don't think there's any such thing in EU5. I think it's just the actual stats of the units are like used to counter the other stats.
Maybe if they actually add light infantry, heavy infantry into distinction, they might add something. Who knows? Because if they have those distinct right now, that would be hard because you can't distinct between light and heavy infantry. But maybe if they add it, they can add it. Not sure if they will.
Jorpy is back from the dead. Yes, he is. He is. In like 25 minutes, I've got to be getting on my way to work though, so I won't be here forever, unfortunately, to yap all yes. But there is lots of catching up to do, so I've got to I want to schedule another stream for tomorrow to talk about the changes to proximity in rivers that I've heard is a thing. Um, how are the rakes going? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Listen, we're still trying to get a single religion functioning before we worry about making a rake religion. So yes, I know it's very sad. It was very sad. But if this bonus here of plus 20% is literally just a flat, the army does 20% more damage or something like that,
I
it's
would
just
have,
like
yeah,
is damn
I
like
would have assumed it's combat efficiency. Just
yeah, essentially yeah, that's the number that's the thing I'm looking for is if it's just a separate like combat efficiency bonus of 20% just from like these four unit types, that could stack ridiculously.
yeah.
Oh god, you started making a game. Ooh. Yeah. Step horde up to 70% just like horse archers, so they can have up to 70% of the same unit type. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So you don't need to worry about it as much to still get the bonus. But even then you won't have I don't know. I guess theoretically that means yeah, if you have like 65% of your army being horse archers and then just like a little bit of other units, you might still get the bonus. I think that's the idea. Yeah. Unit formation and auto balancing. Talked about the auto balance toggle last week. Didn't explain too much about how the units would be balanced. Added some templates you can choose from for so this is the thing that I was saying I wish they would do.
Yeah, I don't think you can do custom templates, but there is basic templates that you can choose from.
125% frontage of, yeah. And the reserves put all the auxiliaries in it. Yeah. And then the get balanced army formation, yeah. This is the cringe. This is the cringe option, balanced army. Nah.
This
Nah, you need to
this is
go
going to be the option that the AI will use.
Mags is gonna play it safe,
No,
balanced.
no,
Mm.
no. I mean the AI maybe got cut
Oh,
off.
oh,
I'm
oh.
saying that's just what the AI will
I
always
thought
have,
I
probably.
I thought you were saying you were gonna use it. I'm like, ah, you
No,
baby
no,
boy
no.
Mags is gonna pick the balanced
I'm
option. Nah.
I'm running full cav armies, so I hope there's an option where you put cav on flanks.
How are you gonna do that with combined arms though? You won't get the bonus.
Well, I assume if there was a cavalry flank army or something, then it would probably be um like 60% cav and then a couple of artillery and light infantry in there, and I might actually just run that then. So,
I
so like
don't
instead
think you
of
get the
the
bonus if you
entire
got
flank
over
being cav,
50%. If
yeah,
you have
but
over
instead of
50%,
having
I
the
think.
so there's three parts, right? There's like 33% per side. If I have 20% of that 33% full of cav, I don't know, 20, like 60% of the 20, and I have like 20. I think I can go below 50% by having like a bit over half of each flank full of cav.
So you're saying
Because
like
it's the
you
center won't have any cav.
you would not put any cav in the middle, and you would just
I never
load
do.
up the flanks on cav,
Yeah.
load up the cav on the flanks, and then as a result, you'd still in total be under 50% cav,
Yes.
but you'd be close, and you,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. Hmm.
Maybe you actually, instead of having infantry or arty in there, you just put light cav in there. Yeah, it's like 2/3. I think you put like 2/3 of each flank full of. I don't know the maths. I'm not good at quick maths. I think it's possible, but I'm hoping that there will be an option for that where it doesn't put artillery on the flanks. Something.
New peace treaties. Added a few new peace treaties that should help with shaping the map. Oh, transfer subject. That's good. Very good. Very good. What? Transfer Lika from Austria to Zurich? Huh? Damn. Steal maps. Steal maps in a peace deal. Ooh. Ooh. I like that. I like that. Stealing maps in a peace deal. 10% war score though? God damn, it's just a map. Like the map of the Caspian Sea. Okay. The new Diplo actions. Yeah, transfer subject. Okay. So you can sell subjects, I guess. It's interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's definitely going to be very useful for multiplayer. And transfer location to other subject. You can swap territories between subjects. Hmm. The AI will never do this. Yeah, I can see. Um, that's all. 8 opinion. This has gotta. They're definitely going to change it. Like, you can't just transfer locations between subjects for free without them having
I
like a.
mean, it
It's got to.
depends on how like much actual power you have over the subjects. If they're fiefdoms of yours, why wouldn't you be able to like?
Imagine forcing your opponent to send you all your core culture pops. Uh, I won't have to spend a third of the game stealing maps from everyone. Now you gotta spy. You gotta spy. uh, Look at that production efficiency. God damn. Look at that Venice 41% production efficiency. Mm. Well, the automatic production method selection is pretty decent most of the time. Sometimes you want to micromanage individual buildings. Yes, you can. So you can lock, yes, the production method you wanted to use. That's very good. Very good. There are times when it's automatically picking things that is really stupid, or there's a specific reason I wanted to use something else. Oftentimes, I will be pissed because um, it insists on using like there will be times where it's like it insists on using cotton for something, um, because it's like, oh, cotton is cheaper, like the amount of cotton you use, but uh, I have hemp in the province. So it's like I really want
Yeah,
to use the fiber crops because I've got in the province that'll increase the production efficiency, and in the end, it's most likely going to be cheaper if I use it specifically here. You know, in this specific location, I'd love it to be locked down on fiber crops because they make the stuff in this location. So that's going to be nice. Going to be posting some more posts. Yeah. Um, and then looks like we do have enough time to for discussing the fact that yeah they changed complacency from what it was when they first announced it. They've got an actual icon for it now. It's a little nightgown hat, a little nightcap on the crown.
it
Aww, it's so cute.
does look kind of like a hat that's hat petting the crown, so from far away, like a hand
Pet,
that's
yes.
yeah.
Hmm. During some disasters, you'll also get the complacency effects applied to you as well, but primarily complacency is used to trigger the rework decline of empire disaster, which now requires a country to get to 75% complacency. Okay. So bad control. Bad control builds up complacency. Rivals that are a threat and enemies that are a threat. That reduces it.
Control. That's actually that. This is an
Hmm.
anti-blobbing mechanic, like true and true. Because
Yeah.
before you could just take land and not control it, and it wouldn't matter. I mean, it would matter, but it wouldn't matter. But if you just take too much land that you don't control, it actually makes you tick up complacency.
Because like all it would do before this is just like you get a bit reduced crown power. So it's not
That
a
and I don't know if we maybe like it increases your tax space and therefore increases your slider cost or something, but
yes.
like it
Well,
like
actually
it
not really because if you don't have
I'm
control.
not I don't understand the system fully, so but I could see that it has some impact on costs or something by you having more land, but like it wouldn't have harmed you
So
too
they
much.
changed the decline of the empire to a complacent decline. Yeah. During those
Yeah,
disasters and at 100% complacency, it will have the following. So when you are in one of the complacency disasters, you have the effects of 100% complacency.
that makes sense.
No, wait. You don't get any effects of. You don't get any effects of complacency unless you are in a disaster? Damn, they
No,
neutered this.
no, surely not.
These disasters will enable the effects of complacency. They made. Oh, god damn it. It's gonna be so
No,
useless now.
I
And
hope not. No, I don't think so.
it was
I,
gonna
I,
be like an actual problem, but now it's just like it's a ticket. I mean, I don't see exactly what causes it, the complacent decline, but like it better not just require you to be an empire because like previously
no,
the
no.
decline of empire needs you to be an empire for one. Um,
The way the first sentence reads is that you need the decline of empires will trigger at 75% complacency, and you still get. I would still assume that you get the effects. I think the and there should be an or. I think it's just the wrong tooltip. I think you still get the effects because otherwise this whole system doesn't make sense. It's
what
just something that you temporarily get. You get it either at 100% or at well in one of the disasters. Otherwise, it's a sliding value, I would assume. So at 10%, you would still get the 10%
it
prosperity, but
I
all the
don't
other
know.
penalties as well.
It just looks like the like honestly it just looks to me like the only it's like two ways that you get the effects. It's
However,
just like during a disaster or if you're at 100% you get the effects but you don't otherwise. That's what it
but
looks like
also
to
you
me.
you may notice, I think the effects were neutered. They don't are no longer
Oh,
as
much, yes.
punishing, and might actually be worth taking because of the prosperity.
I don't know. Now that I'm looking at this more though, I mean the prosperity, that's a ton of prosperity growth, but like
Yeah.
all of these are terrible. I mean, I don't care about its
The
state enrichment. I know like most people in the server really like to tax the shit out of their estates, but I don't care as much about that. I,
yeah.
I appreciate my estates being able to bake stuff on their own and having my estates like me more than most
The
people
only
do. So I don't
real
really
bad
care about
thing
estate enrichment so much, but
the only real bad thing is the research progress.
this the
But
the,
like
the efficiency of cabinet pop join rebel threshold also those are horrible. The
um,
tradition decay is tolerable. That's tolerable. That's bad, but it's
yeah.
tolerable. But research the efficiency of the cabinet and pop join rebel threshold 10%, that
If I
this is terrible.
if I remember correctly, Generalist was like toying with the idea of like what if you can keep it at like 10%, you might want to keep it at the 10% because you're not able to get prosperity easily from other sources. There's not like ways to stack prosperity, and these other penalties you can counter with other like efficiency of cabinet. You have so many sources for efficiency of cabinet, you can counter like a bit of loss.
A bit, yeah, yeah.
Similarly
A
with
bit.
research process, like not 50%, but like you can counter 10%,
I could see the
15%
logic
maybe.
there. I could see the logic there. It
It's
would not be the
it's
strategy for me, but I could see the logic.
yeah,
There, there
it
is there is
depends also
some
on how stably you can keep it at a certain value.
yeah.
It could, if it's a slippery slope system where if you start getting any, it just gets worse and worse, and you keep getting more, then like it might not be worth it. But if you can easily keep it at 10%,
What's this about estates have been reworked, Eric? Are
I
you
have
saying
not
that I am no
seen
longer
that.
valid for wanting to let my estates have money?
I
I
don't think
like
it's
my
in
people
this. If
being
it,
wealthy and meeting their needs. I'll see. It's in this diary? Oh. Or is it later? Is it in one of the other diaries that I'm gonna have to talk about like tomorrow? God damn it, they're all saying you'll see. They'll all see.
oh yeah, yeah, no, you're right. They are right. It's in one of the fun tomorrow. It's in the
God
eco
damn.
stuff.
Ugh.
I forgot about that. To be honest, I saw that, but I forgot about it.
So
We'll see.
trying to speed things. Yeah, I'm gonna have to speed this up. Okay. So auto joining rebel wars. Yeah, there's the problem with automatically people of the culture joining revolting tags. Put you into war. This is a normal call to arms instead, so you can reject it. If you honor it, then you'll become the war leader as well. That's so good. Yeah, yeah, I like that. That's definitely a very good reworking of the system. Defensive leagues have been really shitty. Yes, they've been static and impossible to break up from the outside. So now, when a country is forced to cut all ties with another country, they leave any common defensive leagues. That makes sense as well. Yeah. Uh, Upgrading buildings alert. It's been hard to know when you have buildings that can be upgraded when you have a large empire with many markets. So we had an alert that takes you directly to the build screen. Lovely. Stockades and docks. Stockade you need to be upgraded, goddamn. Music player, thank the Lord. About time. Yes. I like Gloria Patri. That Gloria Patri and the Black Death are two of my favorites. Or maybe no, actually it was Lux Eterna, not Gloria Patri. Gloria Patri is fine though. Coin laws. Sounds fun. Some minting laws? Well, gold and silver give a default 100% contribution to inflation. The game now supports changes to that. So the gold of Boer advance for Mali gives less inflation from gold production. Our new coin laws use this as well. So if you play as Sweden and use the copper coins policy, you'll get some inflation from your copper as well. What is most important with the coin laws, though, is it decides which goods you will require to make coins. So if you don't have access to enough gold in your market, but lots of silver, you can switch to silver coins. This is fantastic, and I will want to make use of this. Oh my goodness. Because we talked before about making in Kiangol different like types of coins, different like
Yeah.
making different things you can mint with. So now you actually have a way of having a trigger that is flipped, a flag that is flipped that says uses this for minting.
And also show it to the player because I
Yes,
mean maybe you could have implemented it in the backside, but it might have not been obvious
but this is
or as a
perfect
law. Yeah.
because there's certain places that would like there's places in the new world. I don't know, like because I kind of want people to be able to use the funny red the crim steel stuff, um, which is going to be a very important magical resource. I want people to be able to use that for coins, but I didn't know like how. So this will be a perfect way
Yeah.
to make that happen. Yeah. So you can now have that be a law here, and it'll be like if you have that law enacted, it'll push you towards magic as well, for example, and uses it for
Yeah.
your minting. And then this is interesting. Copper coins gives an increased income from
Oh,
minting as well.
I just had a great
Wow.
thought. How about fish for coin
Fish for coins. What?
somewhere? Yeah.
Oh, actually, there is a place that would
Because
be that would that is actually a place where that would make sense. As stupid as it is.
because fish is stupid because it does nothing demands it. I think there might be some stuff on the way with that as well, but
But
nothing demands it. If you use it for coinage, I
you're
guess the problem
saying
is
it
you
as
can
a
farm
joke.
money by going fishing.
You're saying it as a joke, but there are places there are two specific places in Kyoto where there are rainbow fish, rainbow scaled fish, and they
Oh,
very
special
much
fish.
trade. They
Yeah.
very much trade in those rainbow scales as currency. So
Okay.
that is great. And one of those places is actually just west of the Concord. It's the gigantic inland lake thing, inland sea lake thing that's on the plateau. It's in that place.
Ah.
Yeah, they have rainbow fish there. It's a funny magic lake. Wizard gold, wizard money game. Oh, this is great.
Like, transmute. Can you make transmutation coinage? So they transmute like iron into gold coinage. You can use iron.
Transmute. That's a sort of goof-tastic law that you would get from going down the magic
Yeah.
tree. You'd be like, yeah, do you want to pick magic in age one so you can get
But
like stupid ass like
but
transmuting
inflation would go
something
up by
into
like 100%.
what the hell would you even like transmute? I don't know. It'd be like you use medicaments to like you because you need like medicaments would be like
Oh,
really
yeah.
important in the for like basically every production method, but you do I don't know. I don't know what
I
other
was just
materials
thinking
you
some
use.
basic material like
Yeah.
tin, like any metal or something. You can just do
But you
all the
need
metals
tin
because you're
and
just
copper. See,
transmuting them to gold.
like the thing with copper
Yeah.
coins, this is good for Sweden because they have so much, but like there's only so many places they're gonna have this. But this is gonna be amazing for our mod specifically because like gold being so extremely rare is like a whole thing. So this allows
Yeah.
us to make like there's a ton of places where they will just use silver coins because they just don't have gold. So yeah.
Eric is saying whenever a wizard dies, the gold that he transmuted reverts back.
The wizard cart gets flipped over and he snaps his neck and then suddenly all the gold he made, the fake gold he made is
So I
disappeared.
don't know if that was that. I don't think that would be transmutation. That would be illusion magic in
Yeah,
that case.
yeah.
I think.
Respect illusion mages, man. But this is amazing. This is I've wasted so much time talking about this. I'm not gonna have enough time to finish the diary, but I love this so much. This is one of my favorite things. This whole Tinto talk. Just the fact this exists and there's something that can be done here. Culture opinion. Okay, please. Well, you could always get other countries to improve their culture's opinion of your own culture through diplomacy. You could never do something with how your own culture views others. But in this update, you'll be able to change how your culture views others from the culture view. Okay, well, that's fine. That's not as exciting as I was hoping for, but that'll do. That'll do. Annexing Catalonia. First of all, we have now made it so that half of the annexation speed depends on your diplomatic spending, while also adding a few sources for speeding up or slowing down the process. There are also advances that speed up the process as well. That's good. That's good. I like that. Annexation, because like there's annexation just cost, but this is a percentage speed. Yeah,
I'm
as
not
well.
sure if I like that because I don't want a diplo spend just to annex somebody. I mean, I guess if you're having a lot of vessels, you might
Yeah,
already have your diplo spending high.
it works for me, Max.
Yeah. And it works for me because I don't have vessels, so yeah.
Decentralization. Having high
Decreases it.
decentralization
Oh.
decreases your percentage speed, actually. Oh
And
shit.
having lots of vessels makes you get decentralization so you can get stuck.
No! No! It's gonna take an eternity for me to annex anyone with my playstyle now. No! I mean, I like this. This is a good thing. This is a very good thing. But it's gonna suck. I'm glad they're doing it, but oh, I feel it right here. Whew. Jeez. We removed counter-espionage impact from centralization versus decentralization, and instead centralization makes you annex subjects faster, and decentralization makes them slower. So centralization means plus a 33% speed of annexation. Yeah, this works very well for
I
you,
like that.
Max. I'm sure. Yes.
Yeah. I guess that this doesn't mean that I don't need to increase my
Yeah.
slider as much.
This is some cooking. Yeah. It's like if you have your if you have centralized playstyle and this works very well for if you're trying to just like slowly expand. So you expand a bit, you get a couple of vassals. No more, because if you have too
Yeah.
much of your land being held by vassals, it'll start increasing that decentralization value, which you don't want. So this way, you then get that, yeah, you get that speed of annexation, even though there's the disloyalty. As long as you don't do any enforcing religion or culture on them, you keep their opinion of you high, you can probably handle just having a couple vassals, and
If
uh,
if
and then you can integrate them really quick.
if I do that, I will also need my Diplo slider because without the Diplo slider, you can't keep vassals loyal
Yeah,
on
that's true.
centralization.
But then
So
if you spend on it, then you'll integrate them
yeah,
just
annex them faster, so that actually
yeah.
works. Yeah.
Colonial charters. There's a problem with colonial charters in EU5 in that everything with them was pop related, which means that you had to send enough pops of your own primary culture and religion to a location to have it change ownership to you. That means that if you competed with another country, it could continue forever. Yes. Another problem was that you could not get minorities in the colonies as pops needed to be primary culture. Yes, which is annoying, very annoying. Like what the heck is the point? Like you're supposed to be exiling the minorities to the colonies just passively. Like they're choosing to leave, in fact. Um, so in Rosbach, we now instead keep tracking how many pops have been moved there, and when we've gotten enough, which depends on population currently in the location and the power projection advantage, it will become yours. This makes a lot of sense. I like that a lot, actually. So they're just keeping track of where they're from. Whose country are they from? And so the idea being that it once a colonization of a charter begins, the game is like, all right, there needs to be this many pops there, and once there's this many pops there, the location will flip to the winner. So presumably, it's just if there's competing countries, whoever gets the most once the number has been reached, and then yeah. So next time we'll be talking about the economy, food, and estates rework. Ooh. I am very excited to see that. Yeah, here I was, completely not even going to talk about this today if it wasn't for Max reminding me that this is something that is going on, and I gotta I gotta get back on that grind. You remember? I also gotta get back to actually making modding tutorial videos. And doing modding itself. I haven't been
I was
modding
gonna
much
say,
lately.
and making modding.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Gotta do modding and advertise it. You gotta try and acquire more team members.
Yes.
uh, but, yeah. Need clearly we need someone else to do the RGOs because I don't think Dark's gonna do it. Not anytime soon, at least. Uh, womp womp. Is yeah. Alright. But with that, I have to start getting ready for work. So, I will thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. And we'll talk about the food and estates and economy reworking that's going on. This will be a fun time. Bye bye. Thank you.